Hi, Kathy White, Certified Professional Ergonomist. We're going to be changing up our little topic today. Usually I'm talking about computer workstations. Today we're talking about thermal stress. It is getting to the summer months. It's hot and humid outside, and heat-related illness is a real issue and concern in the summer months. We talk about things like heat rash, heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and in more extreme cases, heat stroke, which is life-threatening. It is so critical that you keep yourself and those around you safe in the summer months so that you don't succumb to the impacts of a heat-related illness. I'm going to share with you three major pointers, three things that you can do to keep yourself safe. And we're going to start with talking about acclimatization, or some people like to call it acclimation, but basically getting used to being out there. Depending on the intensity of what you're doing and how long you're outside, you need to get your body used to being in that environment before you go out there for something really intense or something that could take a long time. So really thinking ahead, setting yourself a schedule. It takes anywhere from 7 to 10 or 14 days to get used to that environment. So if you're going from the north to the south, you need to give yourself an adjustment period. It's usually a lot hotter and more humid in the summer months in the south than it is in the north. And keep in mind, if you spend time out of that environment more than 3 or 4 days, you start to lose whatever acclimatization that you had originally had. So bear that in mind if you're coming back from a long break or a vacation and going back into that environment. The second critical piece to keep in mind is hydration. Water, electrolytes, so important to replenish. If you're going to be out there for more than 90 minutes, you definitely need to replace the salt that you're losing with some sort of electrolyte, and watch for sugar in those beverages. I'm mostly going to talk to you about water and how important that is. Some basic guidelines. This bottle holds 20 ounces. What you should be doing before you go out there and you're engaging in activity, you should consume 7 to 10 ounces, which is about half of this bottle. While you're out there, you should be replacing, for every 15 minutes you're out there, 8 to 10 ounces. And then when you're done with your activity, you're looking to replace 24 ounces for every pound lost. Now, you might not be weighing yourself before and after, but basically you just want to keep your body in balance. Whatever you're losing, you need to focus on replacing that. One way to measure that is your urine output. I know this is somewhat of an embarrassing topic maybe for you, but you really should be looking at how often are you going to the restroom and what does it look like, hopefully more clear, light yellow. As it starts to get more colorful, even brown in extreme cases, that is a sign that you're not replenishing yourself with enough water to keep yourself going, and again, to avoid heat-related illness. Hydration is critical. Heat stroke, when your body's shutting down and you stop sweating, is typically because you're also dehydrated in conjunction with being in that hot environment. And finally, cooling your body is also really important. Wearing light fabrics, something white, reflective. A moisture wicking fabric can be very helpful. Potentially cooling garments, soaking these in some ice, some water, wrapping these around the back of your neck or around your head can help cool you down. Getting into the shade whenever possible, and also trying to schedule your work to avoid the middle of the day, or your exercise to be in the early morning or the evening hours so that you're not at the peak of the heat of the day, if at all possible, trying to get out of those portions of the day. These are just 3 tips to really help you get acclimated to the environment, hydrating yourself with replacing electrolytes, and finally, cooling yourself. Those are 3 main takeaways that I hope you get from this presentation talking about thermal stress, and keep yourself safe this summer. Thanks for taking a time to listen.